The following is a heartfelt story by a tormented Wizards fan. Some scenes may include graphic images and thoughts that may not be suitable for a number of groups, including fans of winning franchises, bronzexuals, and oligarchs. Watch at your own peril.
Because the Wizards have done nothing. You've got to start from scratch because what you had wasn't good enough. But you got a player today in Poole that's going to help you out.
Long story short, when Jordan Poole arrived at DC, he came to a starving franchise that needed talent. He wasn't viewed as the Messiah, and even then the hype was growing. Oh, the next Gilbert Arenas. Oh, the next James Harden. But then he exploded in preseason, dropping 41 points in 3 quarters against the Knicks. But then his play came, and it was disturbing to say the least. It was horrific. He was inefficient, wasn't involving his teammates, wasn't following the coach's plans. Lives were at risk. People were calling for government interference, but Wes Unseld got fired, and Coach Keefe came into play. Coach Keefe gave Poole new life. Well, first by benching him, then he came back, then giving Jordan Poole the point guard duties, in which we saw glimpses. Heading into this season, we all thought Jordan Poole's going to bounce back because he was crucified by the entire sports media last year. And bounce back he did. Bounce back he did. He was a great veteran, a great leader, a great player, a great person for all the young bucks to aspire to in the locker room. And now we find ourselves here, thinking whether we are going to trade or keep the man that is giving us such a roller coaster ride in his 2 years here in DC. I don't like this question. Let me clarify my stance real quick. I like Jordan Poole. I really like Jordan Poole. But it comes to a point where I'm just like, you read the reports, you listen to reports, you read the room. And I'm just like, dude, Jordan Poole may not be here next year for us. It's gotten to the point where I'm just like, I don't think he's going to be here. I think there is a chance we're going to trade our fortunate son. But I want to remind all Wizards fans one thing. The original plan was to attain Jordan Poole, refurbish his value, and then trade him again for future draft capital. I think we all need that reminder, including myself. Because some of us, again, including myself, fell in love with Jordan Poole. We fell in love with the side piece. We broke the cardinal rule of the Holy Bible of the Deuteronomy, page 637. It clearly states, dude, don't fall in love with your side piece. We did it. I did it. No disrespect to Jordan Poole, but he's the side piece. Will Dawkins is coming from the Oklahoma City Thunder background where all they did was gain assets, refurbish their value, and trade it for future draft capital. I think it's time for dumb ducks like me to realize, damn, Jordan Poole may very well be my side piece. Not like that, but you know what I mean. And it hurts me to say that because I already envisioned Poole living in Bethesda, Maryland when he was 40 years old, complaining about those psychopath drivers over there. So yeah, man, dude, I'm from the DMV. I'm a Wizards fan through and through. There just comes a point, especially in this channel, where I want honesty to be above all else. I'm not going to pander to a certain crowd because that's the majority opinion. We just got to be honest with ourselves. And, the signs are pointing for Jordan Poole to be traded. That was the original plan, and Will Dawkins, I believe, is going to follow through with that plan this offseason. Dude, Wizards fan through and through. I got G Wiz looking over my shoulder, and he just nodded his head in approval. He was like, dude, you're right. And I was like, I don't want to be right. I don't know, man. This is a question I want to ask all Wizards fans. Do you think Jordan Poole's going to be traded? And if so, the money question is, what's the capital we're going to get? Hey, man, I don't know, man. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. Dude, it took me a lot to say that. I literally was just eating a Cuban sandwich for past 20 minutes, just giving myself confidence to say this. I was just I don't think I should say, but I don't know. But anyways, first things first, let's talk about his play. let's talk about Jordan Poole's play. Because it was honestly like damn near a vast difference from the first year with us than the second year with us. Like, the most important thing was just his efficiency. His efficiency just skyrocketed. Well, I wouldn't say skyrocketed, but you know what I mean. Like, in his first year with us, he shot 41% from the field and 32% from three. And now with the season that just ended, he just shot 43% from the field, 38% from three on a healthy 9.1 3-point attempts per game. Like, you know, his assist numbers pretty much stayed the same, even though I kind of wanted that to improve. Points also went up from 17.4 to 20.1. Honestly, he was averaging 22 points, 23 points for most of the season. It just, you know, wavered off towards the end. So, but you could see the improvement he had this season. I feel like Coach Keefe was a positive influence for him. I also feel like, you know, just him vibing with the teammates. You know, like, but anyways, I don't know what else to say for Jordan Poole. Like, this is a guy where he is a great leader. Even though he's 25 years old, a great leader, championship experience. This is a guy who's a gym rat. Not that many people know that about him. Jordan Poole is a gym rat. And also, I mean, I feel like his best years are ahead of him. He's still improving his point guard play, which he himself knows that he needs to improve that as well. Like, he already has forged great relationships with everybody in the roster. Like, we all know him and Bilal Coulibaly share the same Metro Smart Trip card. These dudes love Jordan Poole, and rightfully so. They look up to him. He's the quote-unquote OG. And he's also given us great moments like this past season.
For Washington, Poole, crossover, step back three. Oh, yeah! Jordan Poole!
5.3 to go. Poole, deep three. Oh, to close the show, Jordan Poole as Jordan Poole, game winner in the Mile High City.
Think about it this way. Had Jordan Poole had a great season with us his first year with us, would we have traded him after his first year? Possibly. Jordan Poole at one point last year was considered as having the worst contract in the league. All those talks have now dissipated. Jordan Poole just refurbished his value. Thankfully, this year, that was one of my main goals. I was like, dude, we need Jordan Poole to refurbish his value, and he did it. Now we can at least have a conversation in a trade without us attaching any assets to him to trade him. So now he goes from basically having no value or even negative value last year to now he has value. He's only 25 years old. And I want to talk about his contract real quick. Here's his current contract situation. He has 2 years left in his contract, $31 million next year, $34 million a year after that. It's not that bad. It's not that bad compared to other point guards that are making freaking $40 million a year. And again, this is a guy who got you 20-plus points last year, and he's still improving. You can see that. I want to talk about like possible trade partners. Right now, I'm zoning in on a couple teams right now. These teams, I can definitely see him at least having interest in Jordan Poole. The first one I got my eye on is the Magic. The Magic need a playmaking point guard. Okay, ideally a score-first point guard. You know, they got Wagner, they got Banchero. They need that third dude. Poole fits in perfectly there. Granted, now the Magic could be looking at other teams. Like they could be looking at Trae Young, honestly. But if I were them, I'll be going after Jordan Poole because Jordan Poole's value is much lower than Trae Young's value. But I mean, I got the Magic number one. You know, I'm looking at the Rockets. Van Vliet, they might want to upgrade. Van Vliet's up there in age. Jordan Poole's 25. He fits their timeline with their players. I'm looking at the Heat. The Heat can use a point guard. If they don't want to rebuild, which they never want to rebuild, they can use a nice point guard. Then again, a backcourt of Tyler Hero and Jordan Poole won't defend shit. But I'm looking at the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving's out pretty much next year. Now, when Kyrie Irving comes back, again, Kyrie Irving, Jordan Poole backcourt, I mean, you know, but they're going to have to maneuver. Like, the Mavericks are in a win-now mode, so they can use a point guard. You know, the Pelicans, they didn't want to get younger. CJ McCollum, bring him in. I don't know. Then I got a couple mystery teams. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I saw the Nuggets being a little bit interested in Jordan Poole last year. The Pistons as well, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with Jaden Ivey. Jordan Poole, Cade Cunningham backcourt. I don't know. The Celtics, maybe. I just threw it in there. I was like, maybe they want to get rid of Jrue Holiday. Or I don't know. Jaylen Brown's out. They might want some offensive scoring punch. We don't know yet. But I got those teams, and I got a number of the teams where I feel like there could be a sneaky team in there. like a team that comes in that was never interested in him, but they can just attain him like that. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a market for him this offseason. I have 2 questions here for Wizards fans. First, does Jordan Poole fit the timeline? We're going to be ass-tastic this upcoming year. We're not going to win that much games. We're probably going to win. We lost 60-plus last year. Probably going to be in the 50s, 55. I don't think he does. Honestly. 2, does Jordan Poole deserve another 50-plus losing season? He's in the midst of his prime. We're kind of like wasting his prime, to be honest. We're being selfish. Jordan Poole, like he's a guy who could definitely contribute to a winning team. Does he even want to withstand another losing season? I don't think the main reason why I feel like we traded Denny Avdija is not because of him as a player. It's because I don't think he fit the timeline. Denny, like when we traded Denny, Will Dawkins in his head was like, "Oh, dude, we're gonna be ass for the next 2-3 years. You know, Denny's gonna be insufferable. Like he's not gonna want to withstand that." He didn't fit the timeline. Jordan Poole, he's kind of like in the middle, but like even then, I don't feel like he fits the timeline. Unfortunately, again, I'm all saying this because I'm a Jordan Poole stan, but like I'm just being honest. And so like those 2 questions. If you're a Jordan Poole stan, you want to see him flap his wings and go. I want to see him flap his wings in Orlando. I do. When Jordan Poole leaves, I'm not saying it's already set in stone. When he leaves, I will forever root for this kid. I'm a fan from now on until he retired. There's like a thing about him is we're just like, it's hard to hate this kid. You know, he came in here, you know, and it was actually really easy to hate him his first year. But his second year, like he just has this affable personality where you just want to root for him. You know, we all saw him get falcon punched by Draymond Green, but he's just so fun to watch. He's just I don't know. If it was meant to be, he'll come back. But rest assured, Jordan Poole will never come back. Once he's gone, he's gone. You know, but I don't know, man. Let's just come to the point where I'm just like, it's either we trade him now, because if he comes into next season with us, here's another scenario for us. Let's say he comes in and plays with us next year. He gets injured. Trade value's done with. Or he has a bad season, a disappointing season. Trade value's done with. You know, we got to learn, and I feel like what Will Dawkins hopefully learned from the Kyle Kuzma thing, where we had 2 first-round picks, reportedly, from the Mavericks on the table. He didn't take it, and we ended up settling with the Bucks, even though we got A.J. Johnson. Yeah, but like, we got to learn from that. I think Will Dawkins is going to learn from that. I think he's not going to roll the dice again and be like, damn, you know, that's what he did with Kyle Kuzma. He rolled the dice. And what happened? Kyle Kuzma had a horrific season last year, and we didn't get as much for him as we should have. You know, so is he going to roll the dice again with Jordan Poole? That's what I keep thinking to myself. I feel like he's going to. And I feel like Will Dawkins is just going to stick to the plan. And then also another thing, before I end this video is freaking long. The 2 favorites right now at 6, granted for us staying at 6 and not trading up or trading down, it's Trey Johnson and Jeremiah Fears. If we draft Jeremiah Fears, which honestly is looking likelier by the day, and granted, I'm not saying that I want us to draft Jeremiah Fears. I'm team trade up. Jeremiah Fears, I mean, I'm a little bit on him, honestly. But if we draft Jeremiah Fears, it's over. Poole's gone. Where's he going to play? You know? So, like, it's just another thing. It's just like, you know, again, draft discussion wise, that's a whole different conversation because honestly, like you guys know a little bit, I'm team trade up, secure your guy, whether it's Trey Johnson, Edgecombe, Bailey, whoever it is. Will Dawkins, I trust him to make the right decision regarding that. I'm a guy, I want to draft Queen as well. Perhaps trade up from 18 and go up. But I don't know. But from the mock drafts and also from what I'm reading, it looks like as of right now, we stay at 6. It's Trey Johnson or Jeremiah Fears. So, you know, man, I don't know, man. This is just like, you know, this is very it's very heartwarming because Jordan Poole did a lot this season to earn back the trust and respect of all the Wizards fans, And it's going to suck to see him possibly go. I feel like I'm doing his eulogy right now. Rest assured, Jordan Poole is alive and well. He's fine. But I'm just saying, I do think there's a great chance he'll be traded. Compensation-wise, depends. That right there is my question to you guys. What can we get in return for him? To me, it all depends on what we're going to get back in return of contracts. You know, our teams are going to dump a bad contract on us and attach it with a first or something like that. I don't know. That's the part where I keep saying things just all over the place. But you guys let me know, compensation-wise, what it is we can attain for Jordan Poole. It sucks, dude. It sucks. We got to take off our fandom hat sometimes, and we got to think rationale. We got to think without our hearts. I don't think it was ever meant to be. But we'll see, dude. We'll see. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Till next video. Peace, y'all.